Everybody, Andy here again, out in Spain once again. There's that nice hills up above me, so the sort of moonscape and everything. Well, I was here 2 years ago. This is actually our fourth or fifth visit to Spain itself and to this sort of area, Andalusia. But this is the third time that we've actually stayed in this particular area in the Alpahara Mountains, a place called Orgiva. And if anyone's read the books, Driving Over Lemons and the subsequent books by a guy called Stewart, which were certainly very popular a few years ago. He lives in this area. We actually saw him in the town the other day, actually having a coffee, and that was the reason that we came to this particular area, where it's one of those places. I said I did some videos the last time I was over here. Did quite a lot of videos, saying about the area itself and how we were drawn to it by him, how much we loved the area, and also how it was one of those sort of places that I knew I was going to like before I got here. Strange, but yes, and there's several others. Did a blog post, blah blah blah. But I also made a video about could you live here? Because it's one of those things, isn't it? You go to a place like this and you love the place, we keep returning to it, we're talking about coming back again next year if we possibly can, circumstances allowing, and once again the thoughts have turned to that. But now my situation has actually changed. My wife's even started being a bit more serious about it. I don't expect for 1 minute that it will happen, but we are now in a position where we can think about these things. Maybe not just the moving out here. I'd love it. It's idyllic. The thing is, what people need to remember is that I'm here on holiday. Great. I come here for 2 weeks. I haven't got to do anything. I've just got to sit around, chill out, and let other people wait on me or whatever it is. But if you're living out here, you have to earn a living, presumably, unless you're retired. And that's one of the differences now between what my situation was before, our situation was before, and what it is now, because of my work situation, or non-work situation, should we say. I'm actually talking to Claire and Ainsley a little bit about this the other day, saying about how I'd lost my job and circumstances had changed. He's 60, I believe he said he was. Doesn't look it. Doesn't act it either, which is even better. But he said, well, I don't know what to do in the time. He finds something to do. That's all I need to do now. If I had the opportunity and someone offered me an opportunity, whether it be out here or whether it be somewhere else, I'd be in a far better place now to be actually able to take it, as I said in the other videos about losing my job. Because of the money that I've got out of it, I've effectively retired, as I said, and with my wife's income, we can live quite happily. So I don't actually have to get any work. I want to do something because I'm an active sort of person. I want to get involved with things. I'm not the sort of person to sit around. I've got plenty of things to do, but I'd like to maybe to help and make them work for me, if you see. And I've mentioned that in other videos. But if I was offered any opportunities, little things at home that I'm thinking of doing have been offered, or are in the pipeline, should we say, won't bring in a huge amount of money, but it doesn't matter. It's some money that will keep me going, like a part-time job. We were actually just having this conversation yesterday with the owners, Claire and Ainsley. Say her brother or someone is in a similar position. I think works a couple of days a week. Excellent, that's all you need. And somewhere come out here you can live probably with less money or something like that. So that situation has raised its head again. And it's one of those things that keeps going round and round in your head. And now, also with my wife, one of the things I think that would have held her back from doing anything like that, and I totally understand the reasons, is because of her family. Very close family, but she's lost her mother this year. I've lost my father this year. And all the other things that have gone on. A very sort of momentous year, which I've spoken about at length. So there again, maybe your attitudes have changed. It's made you reevaluate your life, full stop. It certainly has me, and I know it has my wife as well. And you start to think, well, hang on a minute. The children are older now as well. Son didn't come on this holiday. It's possible that my daughter won't come next time as well. It could just be the two of us. And so you're in a completely different situation. My daughter loves it out here anyway, as I know my son does. But daughter's now been with us 4 times out here. My son only the first couple of times. So it wasn't one of those things that if we were to come out here, we found an opportunity to do something. And the ideal opportunity, I suppose, for anyone, I'm just talking off the top of my head here, if the sun comes up over the top of the hill, completely blinds you, is that you need to keep the property at home, don't you? I've spoken to people who've lived out here before, and it's that sort of tie to home. Somewhere, a base for maybe for the kids to stay and all this type of thing. But if you could come out here and do some work, and even if you did it for a certain amount of time, I'm now in a position where I could say, right, okay, I'll come out here, I'll look after your home for 6 months. It doesn't matter, I could never have done that before. Maybe that's the way of doing it, and I've literally just thought of that. So there you go. I'm rambling a bit because I just, you know, as I do, I start walking in places like this and it starts my mind going, so I just turn on the camera and start talking. But isn't that what vlogging's all about? So there you go. So we'll see. Let's see what opportunities may be around the corner, whether I make them myself or whether they turn up on my doorstep. And I'm now in a position to say yes to them a lot more than saying no. And if anybody who's watched my videos for a long time knows that I do like to say yes to opportunities, because you never know where they're going to end up. Here's some more of that water. Yeah, lovely. Anyway, it's a nice little walk this. Going to go back now, meet the wife who's only just got up, and head into town, have a coffee, come back and jump in the pool. You know, it's a hard life, you know, somebody's got to do it. I'm doing it so that you don't have to. Think of it that way. Anyway, I'll speak to you again soon. Goodbye.